Remember my story from last week on WPATH, the World Professional Association of Transgender Health, where a leaked video showed that they know about the long-term harms for those who transition, and especially minors, who are undergoing life-altering medical interventions like puberty blockers and surgeries. In light of a new horrific case of child abuse via gender transitioning of a 14-year-old girl in Quebec, that video bears repeating.
Apparently last week at the Pediatric Endocrine Society, some of the Dutch researchers gave some data about young adults who had transitioned and reproductive regret. And it's there. And I don't think any of that surprises us, but hopefully this is something that'll get published in the next while. But, I think now that I follow a lot of kids into their mid-20s, I'm always like, oh, the dog isn't doing it for you, right? Yeah, they're like, no, I just found this, wonderful partner and now we're kids and da-da-da. So I think, it doesn't surprise me, but I don't know still what to do for the 14-year-olds. The parents have it on their minds, but the 14-year-old, it's like talking with diabetic complications with a 14-year-old. They don't care.
An undercover investigation at a Quebec gender clinic recently documented that a 14-year-old girl was prescribed testosterone for the purpose of medical gender transition within 10 minutes of seeing a doctor. She received no other medical or mental health assessment and no information on side effects. The World Professional Association of Transgender Health is the same organization that the Quebec Gender Clinic and Ottawa's Children's Hospital of Eastern Ontario cite as their authority for the provision of sex change interventions for children. In the last week, a second study was released, this one from the American Urology Association, showing that post-surgical transgender-identified men who underwent vaginoplasty have twice the rate of suicide attempts as before affirmation surgery, and showing that trans-identified women who underwent phalloplasty showed no change in preoperative rates of suicide and post-operative. These and other studies are now thoroughly debunking the emotional blackmail myths promoted by WPATH, that the absence of sex change interventions suggests that gender-distressed children are at high risk of taking their own lives.